Boom! And we have light. Look at that. So now, even when we have to do our work at night, we have light to see what we're doing. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Stationeers, Episode 3, where we're going to be kicking off a new world, and I'm going to be speeding you through the first little bit to get us caught back up in an attempt to redesign our base.
Power critical.
I know my power's not critical. Okay, so long story short, I've realized our base design was just really not good. I did not like it. It was fun to do the airlock, but it sort of wasted some of our time and resources, and I have a better idea for how I want to build things moving forward, so I figured episode 3 would be the base redesign, where I'm going to skip past a lot of the stuff we already did in order to get to the new base. And then we'll talk about why and everything moving forward. Lock the mask and turn the light off. All right, bring you back in a few. And then we get the welder and we start welding. See, you save a lot more materials just building the iron frames once because we don't need them to be airtight. We're going to go nice and high for our solar panels. That's good for now. We're going to save the rest. Can't forget the glass. This is all the atmospheric stuff except for the battery charger. And the battery charger, let's see, we're going to put it right, it's going to go against the frame. I guess just to keep it simple, we'll go ahead and put it here. And then we can get our battery. We'll go ahead and just put inside of it there. And then for a spare battery, what we're going to do is take this little one out of our tablet and put it there. Because we don't really need our tablet right away, but we do need the battery. Okay, so here's something that I noticed is you can rotate through solar panels to where they have power and data coming out one side, and that effectively makes your makes carrying your signal that much easier. So it's probably going to be good in the short term, and that's one of the things we're going to do differently. All right, so this is what the base is starting to look like. We've got our big battery and our APC charging. As you can see, I'm just trying to do this big scaffolding to save iron sheets because we don't need it to pressurize air because that was jumping the gun too early. We needed to go bigger and with more scaffolding type structures. Now, I'd originally had planned episode 3 to continue in our old base, but really I just think we need to start over. So what I'm about to do, having got this far, I've got the battery, the solar panel, the arc furnace, and the auto lathe. That's probably all we're going to be setting up for now. And now I'm about to go gather some resources, and lots of them. And I mean lots of them. So that's what I'm going to go do, and I will bring you back once construction continues and we get closer back to where we left off. One of the things I will say real quick is that one of the big mistakes I made when going out and gathering resources was not digging down deep enough. Even though I would try to leave like one exposed, a lot of times if you're going to commit to a resource, you should dig down until that node stops, because at that point you've mined it up, you're not missing on anything to go out farther. Otherwise, you might have nodes near your base that you just simply don't know about. And it's starting to get dark, and I'm going to conserve my battery, so on that note, I will continue the grind. So the emphasis is really going to be this time around on getting our initial base set up, pretty much using all of the nearby close iron to make frames and panels, and then stairs so we can safely get up here to our solar panel and tweak it as often as is necessary. But the big push is going to be to get multiple solar panels up as quickly as possible, and to do that we're going to need a lot of materials. Oof, a bit of a spill there. Luckily it wasn't that bad. And everything's charging. Looks like this thing is good to go. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to swap it out for my life support. Keep everything charging nice and high. And then over here, we're going to make some lights, because I've heard everybody saying that it's dark, we need lights, and that's going to be one of the first things we do. So we're going to print ourselves some lights. Oh, we don't have the silicon. Okay, so I guess it is going to be about gathering some materials. After all, good thing we'll do that here during the day while we have some light to see what's around us. And I'm going to get back to the grind. Boom! And we have light. Look at that. So now, even when we have to do our work at night, we have light to see what we're doing. Isn't that great? It's grand. It's the little stuff like that that you take for granted. Let's kick our copper out, because I think we have enough wires to make the rest of this work, because I actually miss the auto lathe being fed directly by the arc furnace. I sort of missed that, and I didn't think I was going to, but now that I do, I'm going to put them back, and look at this killer light. It's so great. So now we can see while we work at night. Wonderful. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. I'm just very excited because this is going to be such a better setup than my other one was. Such a better setup. I cannot wait. Okay, and that being said, I'll bring you back when I rearrange this stuff here. And now that we have our auto lathe and our arc furnace back into a good configuration, the sun is up, we can turn the light off. Oh no, we can't. We're going to leave the light on for now because it's still pretty dark. And then I think what we're going to make are some more iron frames, because I'm not very happy with having this arc furnace up against the edge of this like we do. So we're going to change that up a little bit. Let's go ahead and get some frames. We'll give ourselves some more walking area here. This room is going to be pretty big. Think that eventually this room will be inside the base. But it's going to be like it's going to be, the manufacturing area. So it's going to have, its own special kind of filtration system and all of that. Okay, that's good on the frames for now. Let's go ahead and weld these down. There we go, and now we have walking space to walk around the arc furnace. I absolutely don't want anything to feel cramped. And we'll cut that off and swap belts and start smelting while we have the daylight. We're also going to need to start looking for gold. We haven't found any gold yet, so we're not quite where we were last episode. I mean, we had the airlock, but no, we were a little better off because we had gold. We, in fact, don't have gold. We have a good bit of iron, some copper, a good bit of silicon. I'm going to need to gather more, and I'm likely, after I reconfigure the solar mirror, the solar lens. Nope, I'm going to have to take this out here, throw my belt down, and for the time being at least, we're going to keep the wrench on our backpack so we don't have to worry about what belt that we're carrying. Oh, it's just hitting the good spot now. Why would I move it? Oh. We're going to make this process a lot simpler once we get it going. And I don't even know how much of that wiring is going to stay there. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to, there's going to be some reconstruction, moving stuff around at some point. However, you know what we can do while we have daylight, and I've got your attention here, something that I wanted to do in the last one and did not. See, we made a light, and now let's make a locker. Yeah, let's make a place to store our stuff. We'll put it like right over here, or maybe... No, we might... Okay, let's turn this off. Might do our solar panel thing here. Let's put the locker here. Yeah, right in front of the APC. Well, that APC is not going to stay there forever, so I think we can go ahead and build ourselves a locker, and then we give ourselves a little bit of room in the back. Could I have slid it all the way closed? Look at that, right in front of it. You know, I don't know. Let's unpack it. Slide it in like that, and then it has kind of this bolt in front of it. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's going to be better off the way it was, where we just give it a little bit of space and just trust that APC is not going to be there forever. And even if it is, the APC is not exactly something that we need to worry about keeping in, it's not the prettiest thing to look at. It's okay. It's all right. I shouldn't be so mean. Let's adjust the solar panel real quick, and then I'm going to get out and look for gold because that's really what we need. All right, the sun is coming up and we have our gold. We put the locker in. We've got some storage. Let's turn our light on so we can see what we're doing here. Look at this, we've got more coal. Beautiful, beautiful. Starting to look good. It's getting there. Let's go ahead and swap this out. And we're going to get that gold going. Got a little bit more copper, some more iron, silicon, good bit of coal. We're doing all right. I feel like we're way better than we were. We didn't waste our time with the airlock. Instead, we went straight for a light and a locker. We can store things. We can see things. But the next thing we're going to print out of the auto lathe is, in fact, an electronics printer. And I think we're going to go ahead and print that up in this direction, it looks like. So we're going to need more iron frames for that. Let's go ahead and make more of those. What are we at now? We have 2. So we'll just let this make iron frames while we continue to build in this general direction. We still have quite a bit of iron. We do have more we can throw in there. Excellent. All right, I think that's probably a good point to turn off the auto lathe before it prints all of our iron into frames. And then one left over, eh? Probably about there. We'll probably put the electronics printer right over there. Let's go back to the electronics printer. And we need gold, which should be going at any moment now. Apparently gold takes forever to smelt. That's a thing. So we'll just kick the thing off so that it loads into here, and we'll start making our electronics printer, which takes a while to make. So while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and start manually moving the solar panel to track with the sun, because we're going to need a lot of power today as we're charging our life support battery. There we go. Let's get it a little bit more. And then I think what we'll do once we get an electronics printer is we'll work right away at automating our solar panel. And yeah, I think that'll be the first thing. Well, no, because we're going to need more batteries. We could go for more large batteries. We could do that too. That would be really nice. We'll have to see what everything takes once we knock out the electronics printer and we can look at its designs. Oh wow, 47%. You know, I bet I could just put it on the back end of this. Then it would shoot stuff over here behind the arc furnace. No, I think we'll do it over on this side. Let's see, we can put our belt on. We're going to put the extra belt in here with the mining stuff. And let's get our welding torch, and we don't have any iron sheets, of course. Well, we have to wait for the electronics printer to finish. Oh, this has not been charging this whole time. Oh yeah, that solar panel is going to be fighting to maintain a charge now that we're charging this battery. Be surprised how little power all this other stuff takes. There we go, 99%, boom, 100%, and we have an electronics printer, and I think we might just put it right up against here, actually, on the other side. Look at that, it sort of fuses into one. So the input would be there, output will come out here next to the arc furnace. I'm good with that. Let's get our wires. Oh, we're going to need more wires. Good thing we have a ton of copper. So we'll start making cable coils, and then the great thing is, because we have this light, that everything we do is all lit up now. What a little difference, or what a big difference a small thing can make. Okay, we're gonna have to go chase this sun a little bit with the solar panel, because we really need that large battery that's in the battery charger to gain a charge. Nope, we're going up, upwards. Upwards again. Yep, very good. Because we also want to keep the battery in our APC as full as possible. There we go. Look at that. It charged incredibly fast. And now, boom, we turn that off, and our full battery is good to go. Whoa, we can stop making cables, I hope. Maybe. We'll see. That might have been enough cable. What I think we'll do is we'll run a junction right past here. So let's go ahead and do that. So this cable will become a junction, followed by a straight piece, which will just loop around here. Just like so. This one's going to be a junction. And I had it, boom, corner. Electronics printer is up and running. Battery cell large. Requires steel. Okay, what about a computer kit? Consoles, no, what we need is a computer kit. Iron, gold, and copper. Well, we have all those things right over here. Let's go ahead and get them out. Turn you on. Yep, and now kick all my stuff out. Copper and gold in and iron and silicon. Sure, I don't know if we'll need it. We'll do it anyways. Boom, we're going to build ourselves a computer and start getting everything set up to control our solar panel. So let's just start putting all the stuff in here that we're going to need. And we're going to need more iron. Did I not have that much iron? Did I really use up all that iron? Well, good thing we have more. Let's go ahead and process it. There we go. So we're going to need more iron, more gold. This is all stuff I'm going to gather. We're not going to actually... Here, let's go ahead and turn this off. We don't have the materials yet, so we won't be able to do the automation of the solar panel right now, but we will. We just need to get more resources, so I'm going to have to do some more grinding, which that's okay. And then what we'll do, let's go ahead and just turn you off. We'll let this finish smelting. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our panel is adjusted for the sunset. And I guess that's where we'll wrap up the new episode 3, or the new base for the season. So this has been Stationeers episode 3 with the base redesign, because the airlock wasted a lot of our time and resources. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time watching. As always, I've had a good time playing. So please come back next time, as we will hopefully have more to play here in our new base. Until next time, take care.